Chapter 44. Welcome to a reading of Christ in Isaiah, by H. J. Vine. The Sure Mercies of David. The gracious call sounds out now to others, far beyond the bounds of Israel, to come and drink of the refreshing streams of blessing, the waters, the wine, the milk, the fatness, the fullness, even the sure mercies of David, secured through Jesus Christ, the seed of David, raised from among the dead. All may be had now, without money and without price. Isaiah 55 verses 1-3. The call is, Ho, everyone that thirsts, come ye. Isaiah 55 verse 1. The risen Son of David has secured the sure mercies of David, and God says, Behold, I have given him for a witness to the peoples, a prince and commander to the peoples. Verse 4. All, therefore, is stable, sure and safe in the hand of him who died and rose again. The pleasure of the Lord shall prosper in his hand. He is the great shepherd of the sheep, brought again from among the dead, in the power of the blood of the everlasting covenant. All this is unmovable and eternal because of him and his work. The covenant is an everlasting covenant, and he is witness, prince, and commander, so that nothing can fail. The sure mercies were promised, now they are procured, and in Christ to be possessed, by those who turn to him. Joy and singing, peace and prosperity is therefore to mark such. Ye shall go forth with joy, and be led forth with peace, the mountains and the hills shall break forth before you into singing, and all the trees of the field shall clap their hands. Instead of the thorn shall come up the cypress, and instead of the nettle shall come up the myrtle, and it shall be to the Lord for a name, for an everlasting sign that shall not be cut. Off. Verse 13. The divine stamp of fixity, stability, and eternity, seal the sure mercies of David, secure in Christ. It is an everlasting sign, an everlasting covenant, sure mercies speaking of abundant pardon and full blessing. The covenant of the Lord. In Isaiah 54 it is the covenant of his peace, in Isaiah 55, an everlasting covenant, in Isaiah 56 it is Jehovah's covenant, but in solemn contrast, in Isaiah 57 verses 8-9, the last chapter of our section, we read of some who make a hopeless and wicked covenant, with the followers of Antichrist. It is very blessed, however, to see in this 56th chapter that even the son of the alien and the despised are encouraged to lay hold of the covenant of the Lord. Moral qualifications are looked for in those who are to share the glory to come. To them it is said, Keep ye judgment, and do righteousness, for my salvation is near to come, and my righteousness to be revealed. So important is this, that even those whom Israel would consider outsiders, if they are marked by these things, and take hold of the covenant and join themselves to the Lord, shall have an everlasting name and be made joyful in his house of prayer. For, let it never be forgotten by those who form his house now, mine house shall be called an house of prayer for all the peoples. Verse 7. They will all be welcomed there, such is the grace of our God. But meanwhile the responsible watchmen were blind and dumb, sleeping and lying down like selfish, greedy dogs loving to slumber, and too lazy even to bark. Such have neither the faith, nor the moral qualities of those who take hold of the covenant, and as the next chapter shows, notwithstanding their official position, they have no part or lot in the blessings of the covenant of the Lord. Before full blessing is manifested, many of the merciful men and the righteous will be taken away from the evil just at hand. Others will give themselves up to abominable idolatry, for Antichrist will then be in power at Jerusalem. They will make a covenant, or an agreement. Verse 8. To the king, Antichrist, with ointment and perfumes they draw nigh, and debase themselves unto hell. Verse 9. But the stormy wind when it rages shall carry them all away. A breath shall take them. Verse 13. This ends our reading for this session. Until next time, have a great day, and God bless.